Hello and welcome. You are joining me today in Burlington, Vermont. It is absolutely beautiful. It finally stopped raining. Thank you. Um, I, I always heard this saying, April showers bring May flowers. And growing up in Arizona, it didn't really mean anything to me. And now that it's rained almost every day, I think I understand why this saying exists. So I'm excited for May's flowers, just a few more days until then. And for today's yin practice, I will have us utilize 2 blocks. Now, if we don't have 2 blocks, we could use pillows, rolled up towels, particularly folded towels. I just want you to have something dense to support you. You know how our yin practice goes. It's all about the support, the love, the encouragement. For today's practice, we will also be utilizing a strap. Now, it doesn't have to be a yoga strap. It could be a towel. It could be a belt. It could be a non-retractable dog leash. I figured out works really well. Any of the above. I've used towels. Scarves are also excellent, but we will be utilizing our strap today. And when you are ready, we will get started in a Sukhasana, our comfortable seat. I like to take a block under my glutes, offering me that little bit of height so I can sit right on the edge of the block and rotate my pelvis forward, grounding down into the knees, making room for the lungs, elongate the torso. Draw the shoulders back, rest them down. Palms can face down to ground or flip up to receive. Let's lengthen up from behind the ears, close the eyes, just breathe. Start noticing the inhalation and exhalation. Becoming aware of the depth of breath and the fullness. Becoming acquainted with the emptiness of the exhale. Start to find the top and bottom of each breath. Seeing what a full breath feels like today, filling the lungs to the brim. And allowing ourselves to trust in that emptiness. Squeezing all of the breath out, pull the navel up and in to squeeze all the air out of the belly. Starting a new, fresh breath, not leaving any of the old air behind. Allowing every inhale to be saturated with oxygen and every exhale to relieve you. So you stay with these deep breaths, just trying to slow down each breath. Taking as long as you possibly can on the inhalation. Letting go as slow as the mind and body will allow. You can offer a slight constriction in the back of the throat, softening the edges of the breath, coming into an Ujjayi pranayama. In and out through the nose. Start to make the inhales the same length as the exhales. Focusing on the rhythm, not only of breath, but of energy. As you take inventory of the body, notice where the energy feels dense and tight. Offer those areas oxygen to lighten them, to soften them, to relax them. Offering the sound of the ocean, that slight constriction in the back of the throat. Much like when it's cold outside, we check to see if we could view our breath. We go, that same constriction with the mouth closed. So we start by finding some circles with the neck, guide the head around, stay with that breath. Switching directions of the circles when you're ready. Letting go of the weight of the world on your shoulder. Everyone you feel you need to be, everything you have to do. Suspend yourself in this time and place without all of those hats you wear. Bringing the head back into center, lengthening up from behind the ears, getting tall in the spine. Relaxation from the crown down. Relax the scalp, the ears, the cheeks, soften the brow, the eyelids, and the jaw. Drop the traps and shoulders, let the elbows get heavier as the arms become dead weight. Stacked in the spine. Relax the chest, relax the back, soften the glutes, let go of the hips. Let the thighs go, the knees soften. The calves melt, letting go of any effort in the ankles. Send thoughts of relaxation to the feet. Let go of the toes. Letting only the breath move the body. Just be here for 2 more breaths. In your own time, extend both legs long and wide as feels good. Keeping support under the glutes, letting that pelvis rotate forward, wiggling in. If those hamstrings are feeling tight, offer support under the knees. Maybe just one knee, maybe both. As we ground down into the leg. Shoulders stacked over hips. Inhale, reach the arms up and wide. Take the gaze to the sky. On the exhale, find a forward fold. Now these hands may come right in front of us and support us. We may want support from a block or anything under the forearm. You may find yourself a little further forward, potentially resting the third eye. But if at any point this puts a lot of pressure on that low back, please, please, please build support right under the lower belly. So that's a block, a blanket, pillow. Bring the ground up, support that lower belly. Then take the fold. When you feel you have arrived, take a nice big inhale and sigh it out. You can let the head hang heavy and just breathe. If at any point you find buildup of energy, tightness, tension, nervousness, or fear, sigh it out. Be dramatic. Embrace what there is to let go. Bringing in 2 more slow breaths. Sigh it out if it feels good. Let it go. And the very bottom of that final breath, move in slow motion. As you inhale 1 vertebrae up at a time, bring the head up very last. Draw the shoulders down and back. Tuck the elbows in, flip the palms up, close the eyes. Take 2 slow breaths. Letting that energetic body catch up with you. Drop the tension in the shoulders, soften the face. In your own time, bend into the right knee. Pull that foot into the inner thigh. Pulling that foot in, we want to keep that support under the glutes to keep that pelvis rotating forward. Grounding down into the legs, notice if we want support under the right knee. If you feel pinching, stabbing, anything, too much pressure in that knee, offer a block, blanket, rolled up towel under that knee. A lot of times the tightness in the hip will ask too much from the knee. That's where that pain comes from. Offering that support, letting the body feel safe. If this left hamstring's fatigued, bring support under the left knee. Grounding down into the legs, lengthening up in the spine. Guiding the shoulders to the left, chin in line with the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up and wide. On the exhale, fold over the left leg, reaching, reaching, reaching. And once we find that fold, let the palms surrender. Palms up, bring the elbows in, let the head hang heavy. Let the head rest, let the neck rest. Sighing it out when you feel you've arrived. Now, if this feels like a lot, again, we can always bring support under the belly, between the belly and thigh. This will relieve too much from the side body, the flank, or the right glute. If you want more support under the head, if the neck starts to feel tense, bring a block, blanket support up, even stack the fists, rest the third eye. Wherever you are, when you feel you've arrived, sigh it out. See what it takes to just exist here. Moving in slow motion, roll the body up one vertebrae at a time. Be very gentle with the unwind. Guide the head up last. Draw the shoulders down and back. Lengthen up from behind the ears. Tuck the elbows in. Flip the palms up. Take 2 slow breaths. In your own time, switch the legs. Sending the right leg long, pulling the left foot in, re-evaluating this side of your body. Keeping that support under the glutes to keep that pelvis rotating forward. Notice if there's pressure in this knee. Oftentimes we need support. My left hip is tighter, so I absolutely need that support under my left knee. Grounding down into the legs. Turning the shoulders to the right, chin in line with the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up and wide. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Reach, reach, reach. And once you have folded, surrender. Pull the elbows back, flip the palms up, let the head hang heavy. If this feels like a lot on the side body, the lower back, bring pillow, blanket, towel, block under the belly between that and the thigh. If you want support for the third eye, block can come here. We could stack the fists, rest the third eye. Even bringing a pillow close and hugging it to support the body would work. Wherever you are, slow, deep breaths. The very bottom of that exhalation. Bring the fingertips to the mat and slowly roll up, just one vertebrae at a time. Guiding the head up last, drawing the shoulders down and back, tuck the elbows in, flip the palms up. Take 2 slow breaths. Slowly we will transition into a tabletop position. Guiding the hands under shoulders, knees below hips. Fingers spread wide, let us tuck the toes under. Inhale, cow, press the ribs down, lift the chin up. Exhale, cat, tuck the tailbone, ribs to the sky, chin to chest. Inhale, cow, slow and exaggerated. Exhale, cat. Bring it all out. Inhale, cow, full exaggerated breath. Exhale, cat. Let it all go. Inhale, cow, shoulder blades pressed together, lengthen in the neck. Exhale, cat, shoulder blades pull apart. One more round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Finding a neutral spine, long neck. Let us roll out the ankles, scrunch and flex the feet. Rolling the ankles in circles, scrunching the toes in, spreading the toes wide. Thank the feet, thank the ankles, honor the body. As we then rest the tops of the feet on the mat, knees come out wide, toes come to touch, preparing for a child's pose. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward, press it forward, open those hips. Exhale, tail guides back. Slowly. Surrendering the arms long only if that feels good. So we can extend those arms long, rest the third eye onto the mat. Feels like a lot today. Offer blocks, pillows under the belly, all the way starting at the bottom of the belly, all the way up to the chest. Maybe bringing the forearms onto the mat, stacking the fists. Finding your preferred surrender. You could rock back and forth. If this ever feels too much, you could bring the knees back below the hips and just let the belly drop and melt into the heart. Finding whichever expression feels best for your body. If we have ourselves fully reached down, you could take one ear to the mat or the other. Stretching out the neck when you feel you've arrived. Soft sigh to release. stacking the hands under the head, or resting the third eye onto a block. Just breathe. Soft sighs. You just sat down after a long day. Rock the hips from side to side. Coming back into center, bend into both knees. Let's roll out those ankles once again. A little extra love for the ankles. Rolling them in both directions, toes scrunched in or toes spread wide. So we lightly flex into both feet, windshield wiper the legs, let the feet fall from one side to the other. Slowly, mindfully, with breath. You can find some hang time as they fall from one side to the other. Bring the legs back into center, both legs long. I want you to assess in your body if you would like more support for your upper body. So you could bring pillows, blankets, a bolster, a pillow under the head and under the chest, giving that support so you can hug. You could rest the third eye on the stacked hands, having the elbows out wide. You could rest the third eye on a block. Notice what feels best for you. As we keep the right leg long, we're going to find a single frog leg, bringing the right knee out to the side, in line with the hip. Having the inside of that knee pressing down into the mat. Have the ankle in line with the hip. If it's in your practice, flex the right foot so the instep of the foot also rests on the ground. Notice if we can square the hips, pressing that right hip down into the mat. Breathe. Let yourself just be here with no expectation, with no worry. Offer the body 2 more breaths here. If it's in your practice, attempt to lift the right ankle up, pulsing up and down, thanking this hip, thanking these joints, the connective tissues and muscles. As we rest that foot back down, slowly send the right leg long. Shift the hips from side to side. Flop the ankles from side to side. Notice the difference between the 2 hips. Letting that energy flow back through you, coming back into center. Finding a single frog leg on the left, we anchor down in the right leg. Guide the left knee out to the side. Knee in line with the hip, ankle in line with the knee. If it's in your practice, have the instep of that foot rest. Letting your body soften. Nice big inhale. Soft sigh after a long day. Let gravity do the work. Bringing in 2 more slow
full breath. On the very bottom of that breath, see if we can lift that left ankle. Lifting and lowering, pulsing that left foot up and down. Again, thanking the hip, thanking the joint, thanking the connective tissues, the muscles, the layer of fascia. So we rest that foot down, slowly send that left leg long, shift the hips from side to side, let everything flop from side to side. Drawing the elbows under the shoulders, plant the palms down, coming in for a Sphinx pose, lengthening the neck. Pressing those forearms down, pulling the front side body forward. And if it feels good in the body, drag the hands under the shoulders. Press to lift the chest up, shimmy the shoulders out, only as far as feels good. Shimmy the hips, shimmy the shoulders. If those extended arms feel like a lot, keep the forearms down and do just the same. As we then make our way onto our back, we want the strap within reach. Lying flat onto the back, walking the feet up close to the glutes. Hands onto the belly, close the eyes. Where's the breath? Slow, lengthy inhales, exhausted exhales. If it feels good for the body, walk the feet out wide to the edges of the mat, flex both feet, windshield wiper the knees, let the knees fall from side to side, nice and slow. Guiding the knees back into center, we're going to take the strap over the right foot, under the right foot. Directly under the ball mount of the foot, foot goes up to the sky. Micro bend in that right leg. You can keep that left foot planted if that feels best. You can send it long if you prefer. We're going to then switch the hands of the strap so it's crossed on the foot. As we then have the foot directly above the hips, start to turn the instep of the foot toward the groin. So taking that pinky edge of the foot up to the sky, begin pulling down onto the strap. Breathe here. From here we have options, totally optional. Take what feels best for you. You can rock it back and forth towards and away from the face. You could settle in here into stillness, or you could take the strap with that left hand, keeping that tilt of the foot. Guide that right foot across the side body. Now this will get deep into that IT band, into that piriformis. If this is too much, back off. Keep that foot stacked. Just start here. Rock it back and forth. Honor if you want that full twist. Do what feels best for you. You can cactus the right arm if you choose. Rest the eyes and just breathe. Taking 2 more slow breaths wherever you are. So we slowly guide the foot back to center, foot back to neutral. Gently release that right foot down to the mat. Windshield wiper that single knee. Rock that right knee from side to side. Let that all back in. Stay with your breath. Bringing both feet back in line with the glutes. Taking that strap under the left foot, directly under the ball mount to that foot. You can keep that right foot onto the mat, or you can send it long. As we cross the strap, so it's wrapping that foot, begin to turn that foot to the right. So taking that pinky edge up to the ceiling, taking the instep of the foot toward the groin. Pulling down little micro bends in those knees. You could rock it back and forth. Again, this is your choice if you want to stay here, if this is enough. Or if you're ready for something a little more, your breath allows. Gather the strap in one hand. Keep that angled tilt of the foot and guide it over to the right. Getting into that IT band, into that piriformis. This would also help the sciatica. You rock it back and forth, stay in stillness again. If this feels like a lot, back off. Keep the foot in line with the hip, but keep that tilt. The tilt is what is most valuable. Everything else is extra. You can cactus that left arm to open the heart deep in the breath. Slow it down. Meet yourself with encouragement and just breathe. Two more slow breaths. On the bottom of that exhale, gently bringing the foot back to center from wherever you are. Release the strap from the foot, plant it flat on the mat, windshield wiper the single knee. rocking that left knee from side to side. Sending the left leg long, flop both feet from side to side if it feels good, and then we'll return the feet up close to the glutes. Walking those feet into touch, let the knees fall out wide, soles of the feet come to touch our Supta Baddha Konasana. This may feel very intense, very scary. If that is the case, take the blocks under the knees. As much or as little as feels good, support those legs. The hands could be on the belly to ground. The hands could be on the hips for love. We could cactus the arms. We'd reach for opposite elbows above the head. You could reach the hands tall. There's no wrong way to be. Soften the brow, relax the jaw, wiggle those toes together, and just breathe. 2 more of your slowest breaths. Gently guiding the knees back into center. Use the hands to help. As we now prepare for our final Shavasana, our final resting pose. Now you can take Shavasana on your belly, on your side. You can send the legs long, anything that feels good. Finding your most supportive position. Finding a place where you can let go and relax. Ask your final resting pose to be just that. As we gather up the lungs with breath, fill it to the top, soft sigh to release. Your final rest, your final stillness. This is your chance to let it all go. Slowly welcome the breath to then fill the lungs once again. Inviting movement into the fingers, the toes, the wrists, and the ankles. Reaching the arms overhead like a new morning style stretch, waking your body up as you desire. Roll on to your preferred side in a supported fetal position. Thanking yourself for setting aside this time. Thanking yourself for caring about your well-being. Thanking yourself for making friends with your body via breath and movement. Pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Let us share one breath together, sealing our practice today. Bringing the hands into heart center. Let out all of the breath. Together, let's pull in a slow, deep, mindful inhale all the way to the top. Taking one more sip, maybe a little bit more. Then let it go. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. May your entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, Deborah. I really hope that this made your body feel good. I hope your mind feels good. I invite you to drink a lot of extra water. And then let me know how you feel. Message me. Tell me how everything went. Tell me what felt good, what didn't, what struggled, what helped, all the things. I would love to know. Because I sincerely hope this helps those IT bands and all the tight stuff. It's a tough spot to be stuck in. So I love you, I love you, I love you. And thank you again. Mwah.